So, in a sense, I want to reach people for Jesus Christ by playing Beethoven, and you can.
Yes.
Because the whole point is that if I played Christian music in 62 countries, and there's great Christian musicians, I mean, there's no doubt. But I went to 62 countries, it'd be filled with Christians.
Mm-hmm.
Jewish people are not going to come to hear a pianist play Amazing Grace, but they'll come hear a pianist play Beethoven.
Mm-hmm.
A Muslim, I've been to Turkey, I've been to Muslim countries. They're not going to hear someone play Christian music, but they'll come and hear classical music.
Right.
I've been to Cuba, 28 concerts in Cuba. I went to Cuba when you couldn't get to Cuba, 2 tours of concerts. Why was I invited? I play classical music.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted a cultural exposure for the people to hear classical music. But the agreement was I'm able to tell my story. They said, as long as you do it in the concert hall. So I gave 28 concerts with 28 testimonies all over Cuba on 2 tours, not on one, but
Mm-hmm.
two tours of Cuba. So the point is that I want to reach people on a high level of playing music and a testimony that music's not the most important thing in my life, but Jesus Christ is.
That's beautiful because being on Team Jesus, you will go to more countries than you would otherwise have the chance to if you were just performing classical music.
Yes.
Yeah. If it was just an economic calculation, you go to the countries that pay the best. But
right.
Cuba, some of the other Turkey might not pay as well as Germany again. But but you can preach the gospel in nations that need to hear it.
That's a very good point because the church is in every kindred, tribe, and tongue and nation.
That's right.
Not concert halls and classical music is not in every kindred tribe. Yeah, I've played concerts in the jungles of Thailand, on an electronic piano.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. I play on any piano because Jesus played on any piano for me. My point is that if this is what they have, I play on. It needs to be 88 keys.
Sure.
I can't play on a 52 key
little synthesizer.
Keyboard.
Yeah,
right. So the point is that I've played in very, very remote areas and very, very obscure areas. I mean, some places where in Africa, in a country in Africa, the only piano in the country was in an American hotel lobby.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we had the concert. In the lobby of the American Hotel, which it was there as a piece of furniture to show off, a nice piano in the lobby.
Sure.
But the country didn't have a piano in the whole country. Keyboards, but not a piano. But I played and gave testimony and played in the country and spoke to students and stuff. So I'm just saying is that the church is in every country. You know what I mean?
I'm just struck by the humility of that because someone with your level of accomplishments, your level of skill, and your level of expertise and experience to say I'll play what you got. If it got 88 keys, I'll play on it. The keyboard in the jungle, just the opportunity to create beautiful music, but to tell the story of what God's done in my life. I can't think of anyone I can't think of a pianist who would otherwise be at your level that would do that. They would probably think it to some degree would be beneath them, right? And you probably encountered people like that, but it's I'm happy to go play on these instruments if this is what it means to bring the gospel to these people.
There's a lot of egos in classical music.
Yes.
I mean, I've dealt with many conductors and things and enough that, there's egos. Only one person should have an ego. His name is Jesus Christ. I'm a speck of dust with air pumped in me.
Right.
I'm a speck of dust with air pumped in me. And so I am what I am by the grace of God. When Jesus said the words, I am the vine, you are the branches. Without me, you can do nothing. I'm 74 years old, and I've never believed that verse as much as I know that to be true.
Mm-hmm.
Without me, you can do nothing. You can't move your fingers. You can't think. You can't walk out on stage. You can't memorize the piece. You can't without me. It's his grace, his kindness, his mercy, this is beyond human comprehension.
Right.
And in a sense, I just go back, not for a moment, but if I said, look, I have to play on a 9-foot concert grand, that's the big piano. That's what's in the, mine's a 7 foot, but it's a living room grand.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't need a 9 foot in my house. Most pianists don't have 9 foots. Mm-hmm. Some do, but not necessary.
It's too much.
In a home, it's too much.
Yeah.
But in a hall, concert hall, Carnegie Hall, I mean, all the halls, they have 9-foot concert grand. If I said I have to play on a 9-foot, I mean, I can't play on a baby grand. I have to stay in a hotel.
Right.
I mean, I'm a pianist. So I have to stay in a nice hotel. That's where Jesus says, go ahead, go and play. But when I said, I'll play on any piano for you, Jesus, I'll stay in any place. 98% of the time I travel, I stay with people. I don't stay in hotels. Mm-hmm. I stay with people. I've slept in a few very unique places and things like that, in homes and underneath stairwells and all this. That's when Jesus says, well, if that's what you want to do, I have a lot of place I could use you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I came not to be ministered unto, but to minister.
That's right.
And to give. It is more blessed to give than to receive.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the point, is that, you know, having all that experience from one end to the spectrum to the other. I mean, I've played on $300,000 piano, Börsendorfer's, the greatest piano made. I mean, I think a new one is now $300,000.
Wow.
I played for them in Russia and in Europe, you know, that's them. And then I played on keyboards.
Mm-hmm.
And even non-weighted keys on the keyboard, which is harder even to play.
That's right.
Really, it's kind of the easy beginner, you know, entry into keyboards. You know, weighted keys is more sophisticated. So, well, that's what happened for me, Lord. I play.